talk about California. Well, what do you? Now, if you want to do this, Mr. Thomas, congratulate him. Shake his hand, do all that. Let's see it. Then he started. Yeah, were you a part of that? Yeah, pretty much. The first someone left you're off the He's solid. Yes. It's like it's a Vice President. Vice President. Oh, that's it.
I never saw that. So we can see this on stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Carey, and I am the class coordinator for the 336th basic training class and a senior instructor at KLETC. At this time, I ask that you join me in welcoming today's graduates, the 336th basic training class. Members of the 336th Basic Training Class, and ladies and gentlemen, please rise or remain standing and direct your attention to the Johnson County Sheriff's Office Color Guard for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem. Color Guard, please post the colors.
Forward, march. Mark time. March. Detail. Halt. Ready. Post. Present arms. About face. Forward, march.
You may be seated. During your time at KLETC, you have all walked past the Wall of Honor numerous times. The Wall of Honor was designed as a reminder of those KLETC graduates who have died in the line of duty. The names and photos of the 29 individuals memorialized preserve their memories and give family, friends, and law enforcement officers the opportunity to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice in service to the citizens of Kansas. At this time, join with me in observing a moment of silence to honor those 29 KLETC graduates no longer with us. Thank you. 336, the basic training class. Well done. Today marks an important chapter in your journey. You've pushed yourselves through intense training, both physically and mentally, reaching new limits along the way. You've sharpened your skills, mastered the law, and built the discipline that will guide your careers. But today is not the conclusion. It's only the beginning. The path ahead will present its own set of challenges. You'll encounter moments that test your bravery, your compassion, and your dedication to justice. You'll meet people at their best and their worst. You'll see the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit. You'll face the complexities of human behavior and the difficulty of maintaining order in an often unpredictable world. Hold on to the lessons you've gained here, the importance of de-escalation, the power of communication, and the relentless pursuit of justice. But among the many facets of law enforcement, never lose sight of the things that truly matter. Your why. Each one of you has a unique reason for choosing this profession. What inspires you? Is it to serve your community, protect the vulnerable, or build a safer world? Keep that why close, especially during tough times. It will be your anchor in moments of doubt, fueling your determination and reminding you of the impact you can make. Embrace lifelong growth. This is just the beginning of your learning journey. The field of law enforcement requires continuous growth. Stay curious, seek out further training, and keep up with evolving practices. And always strive to sharpen your skills and expand your knowledge. Trust is key. Building and maintaining trust with the community is crucial. Earn trust through your actions. Be fair, unbiased, and treat all people with dignity and respect, regardless of their circumstances. Foster strong relationships with the community you serve. Be visible, approachable, and ready to listen. Take care of yourself. The demands of law enforcement can take a toll, both physically and emotionally. Prioritize your health and well-being. Seek support from your colleagues, loved ones, and available resources like peer support and counseling services. This journey will challenge you, but it will also bring great rewards. You'll witness acts of bravery, experience moments of victory, and make a real difference in people's lives. Remember your training, embrace every challenge, and always keep in mind what truly matters: serving your community, upholding justice, maintaining integrity, and staying connected to your humanity. Congratulations once more, graduates. I wish you all the best in this noble profession. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to today's commencement speaker, Chief Jeffrey Wiebel. Chief Wiebel was appointed Chief of Police for the Mays Police Department in March of 2022, following a distinguished 30-year tenure with the Wichita Police Department. During his time in Wichita, he served in multiple roles, including patrolman, community police officer, detective, sergeant, lieutenant, and captain, showcasing his versatility and dedication to public safety. Hailing from the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri, Chief Wiebel's interest in law enforcement was sparked at a young age when he joined the St. Louis County Police Law Enforcement Explorer program. He pursued this passion throughout his college years, laying a strong foundation for his future career. In August of 1990, Chief Wiebel moved to Wichita, Kansas, to begin the hiring process with the Wichita Police Department. It was there that he met his wife, Carla, in 1991. The couple has been happily married for 32 years and are proud parents to their daughter, Caroline, who is currently attending Newman University, and their son, Jeffrey, a sophomore at Mays South. Jeff and Carla prioritized their children's education, prompting their move to the Mays School District in 2007. Chief Weibel holds a bachelor's degree in human resource management from Friends University. He is also a graduate of the prestigious Police Executive Research Forum's Senior Management Institute in Policing program, underscoring his commitment to professional development and leadership in policing. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Weibel.
Thank you, Coordinator Carey. Good afternoon, guests, instructors in Class 336. As Mr. Carey said, my name is Jeff Weibel. I'm the Chief of Police in Mays, Kansas. And I was honored and humbled when asked to speak to you today at this graduation ceremony. Then it sank in. What do I want to share with this next generation of law enforcement professionals? Do I want to talk about leadership? Do I want to talk about the pillars of 21st century policing? Do I want to talk about community engagement and law enforcement's role in that? The more questions I asked, the more nervous I got. So I decided to tell you a little bit about my path to this profession. As the coordinator pointed out, I grew up near St. Louis in a town no one ever heard of called Ferguson, Missouri. Well, that is until 2014 and the death of Michael Brown and the impact it had on law enforcement. Growing up, a career in law enforcement was never on my mind. While in high school, I planned to go to college and study business. While working part-time at a department store, I met two St. Louis County police officers. One, a 25-year veteran, a sergeant, who was quite grumpy, mind you, and a 2-year rookie officer. While working there, they'd tell me about their day. Their stories were intriguing, but what cop stories aren't intriguing, right? Finally, they said, you should go on a ride-along. I had no idea what they were talking about. So I said, sure. I took them up on the offer, and once I rode along, I was hooked. This is the career I wanted. I eventually joined the St. Louis County Police Explorer program while in college. As I talked to my parents about this, I asked my father, what do you think about me going into law enforcement? And he was immediately against it. And he said that I wouldn't make enough money. Well, he's right. But it's truly the intangibles that make up for the money. So I'm going to ask the class, when asked how many of you, why do you want to become a police officer? How many of you said, I want to help people? Raise your hand if you said that. That's the exact same answer I get from everybody I interviewed for a job application. It's not that I want to arrest bad people, I want to drive fast. Those are all true also, but the common answer is I want to help people. We as law enforcement professionals see people on their best and worst days. We must never forget about the impact we have on the people we deal with, both good and bad. Someone you deal with today will remember that interaction for the rest of their lives. In the words of Maya Angelou, people forget about what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This is very true, and I'm going to share an example with you that I witnessed in my own life. About 10 years into my career, I went back to St. Louis for a training conference. There, a colleague and I went to the conference, and we met some old friends from St. Louis County Police Department for dinner. One of those friends was Sergeant Mark Warner. Mark is a great guy. He's not a very big guy, though. He's about 5'6". So as we stood and talked, two very large men walked by staring at us. When I say large, they're like 6'3", 250 pounds. They were wearing overalls, and their arms were as big as my legs. Didn't notice or think much about it the first time, but the second time they walked by staring at us, it became a little unsettling. Well, then all of a sudden, the biggest one walks up to my friend Mark, looks down at Mark, and says, "Are you Warner?" Very nervously, Mark replied, while looking up, "Yes." And the man smiled and said, "You saved my life." The man explained that when he was 16, approximately 10 years prior to that, Mark had picked him up as a runaway and for being out past curfew. Mark talked to him all the way home about life choices. The man said that after that encounter with Mark, he changed his life and he finished school and went to trade school and became an iron worker. and he clearly looked the part. Mark did not remember the encounter, but the impact Mark made in one conversation with that man changed his life. Class, you too will have an impact on people that you may never know about. As you've heard, no call is routine, but if you have the opportunity to make an impact, it is your responsibility to ensure that impact is professional and done with integrity. One thing I've learned in my 34-year career is that when we put on our uniform and go to work, people will look to us as leaders regardless of our title or rank. It is up to you to decide what kind of leader you want to be. In the words of John Maxwell, leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. As a supervisor, I developed 3 expectations that I share with my staff all the time. Do your job diligently, communicate transparently, and take care of one another unconditionally. If you do those 3 things, everything else will fall in place regardless of the circumstances. That doesn't mean we won't make mistakes. We will make mistakes because we're all human. But the key to making a mistake is learning from it and owning it. In this profession, I challenge you to always keep learning. You can learn from mistakes, yours and those around you. You can learn from case law, learn from coworkers. You can learn from friends and family as well as the public that you serve. Embrace every opportunity to learn and grow from those around you. The more you learn, the better you will be. Again, thank you for letting me speak to you today. I also want to take a moment to thank family, friends, and supporters of these officers that are graduating. You will see that having their support in this profession is essential. They will help you through your good days and your bad days. Cherish their support. They will be the backbone of your future journey. But if you follow those 3 expectations with them, with those you work with, at work, you will have a long and impactful career. I wish all of you the best as you take your next steps in this profession. Thank you for letting me speak to you today.
And Chief Weibel, on behalf of the 336 basic training class, I'd like to present you this gift for your time and message to the graduates.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. At KLETC, we recognize those student officers who have excelled in various professional skill sets during their basic training. For the 336 basic training class, they understood the importance of fitness being a key component in an officer's life. It helps them deal with daily stress that they'll face and aids them in maintaining a healthier lifestyle, enabling them to better mitigate the dangers that they may encounter. During their time here at KLETC, all members of the 336th were active and engaged in a fitness routine. The 336 basic training class had 1 student officer meet the goal of the 200-mile club. To be recognized as a member of the 200-mile club, the student officer must have completed 30 push-ups in a minute, 30 sit-ups in a minute, and run 1.5 miles in 18 minutes or less. Additionally, they also must have logged 200 miles or more outside of their classroom activities. Officer Sam Honus, please join me at the podium. During the 200-mile club challenge, Officer Honus completed just over 200 miles, 36 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, and a time of 12:35 on his 1.5 mile run. For his efforts, Officer Honus is being awarded the Fitness Medal. Please join me in recognizing him. You can be seated. It is now time for the class president to deliver a few brief remarks on behalf of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, the 336th Basic Training Class President, Officer Kobe Chrisman from the Mulvane Police Department.
Good afternoon. My name is Officer Kobe Christman with the Mulvane Police Department. On behalf of the 336th Basic Training Class, it is my privilege to welcome our honored guests, agency leaders, colleagues, family, and friends. I would like to give a special thanks to our agency leaders who gave us the opportunity to pursue this profession and serve our communities, as well as to our families who sacrificed their time with us and took care of the home front in our absence. I personally would not be here without the love and support of my family and friends, and I know the same sentiment is held by my fellow classmates as well. I sincerely thank you for what you have endured in giving us this opportunity. Last and certainly not least, I would like to thank the KLETC instructors who diligently worked to impart their knowledge and experience upon us so we could be well prepared for our journey forward. Today is a significant milestone for 19 individuals who came to this campus 17 weeks ago to dedicate themselves to the law enforcement profession. We came here under no illusion that this undertaking would be an easy one, and that proved to be true quickly in our time here. This class has been challenged in many faculties over the course of our training. Mentally, we have been challenged through our curriculum and diligent study of the many processes we must put into practice for our profession. We have been physically challenged in physical training, defensive tactics, as well as practical experiences in overcoming the pressure of performing while under the influence of non-lethal agents. Emotionally, we have had to establish a regiment of resilience that kept us focused on our goals of making it to this day, while missing events or cherished moments with our loved ones. All these challenges, would not have been overcome without the fellowship fostered between us. Every individual on stage here has put in the work to earn this day, and I am honored to have had this experience with them. On day one, we are asked why we are here, what drove us to choose this path. For many, it is a love of community and the ability to protect the values and the people that we hold dear. As we go forward in this profession, we will continually have to develop what exactly that purpose to serve is, as we will be challenged differently from day to day. I would like to remind us to stay vigilant in honoring what we are charged with. In its essence, the craft of policing is the craft of stewardship for your fellow man. Sometimes it is being a sheepdog for the defenseless, or to protect those who are preyed upon. Other times, it is being an empathetic ear to those who feel vulnerable and being a consoling voice to render their fears as something that can and will be overcome. We are charged with wearing many hats and being leaders within our community. Never forget what we have to offer to others and remain humbled to have the opportunity to do so. In identifying the why for our purpose, I would like to echo and paraphrase the words of the Honorable John F. Kennedy. We choose this profession not because it is easy, but because it is hard, because this goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because this challenge is not one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one that we intend to win. Going forward in the week 14+1, we will continue to have much to learn. While we will have opportunities for continuing education, we will also have available to us a wealth of knowledge and skills attained by our cohorts and our agencies. Recognize that we will not have all of the answers or fine-tuned methodologies as soon as we take to the streets. Lean on your fellow deputies and patrolmen and identify what it is that you admire about their administration of the craft and try and implement it into your own rhythm. Look to your supervisors and identify what it is to be a leader and how you can emulate or modify their strategies as leaders in your own time. Look to your agency leadership so you can better forecast and understand the needs of your organization as well as your community. Have a servant's heart and remain humble yet confident. Congratulations to 336 in this achievement. It was an honor and privilege to embark on this journey with you. Thank you.
So Officer Christman, in honor of you being the 336th Basic Training Class President, I'd like to present you with this plaque on behalf of the KLETC administration and staff. Display problem. Good match. In law enforcement, ethics is at the forefront of training in our profession. The law enforcement oath of office affirmation is a constant reminder of the importance of always doing the right thing. This is something we've discussed in depth during your time here at KLETC. The ultimate purpose of law enforcement is public service. A law enforcement officer assumes a great responsibility when they affirm the oath of office. They have entered the position of being role models, leading by example. They are enforcers of the law and protectors over our communities. I'll now ask Class President, Officer Kobe Chrisman, to lead the class in reciting the law enforcement oath of office affirmation.
Three, 6, please stand. Oath. On my honor.
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, my community, and the agency I serve.
Recover.
Class 336, please be seated. In a few moments, you will be presented with a challenge coin. A challenge coin is symbolic and meaningful, and given to someone as a reminder of what they have done or to confirm membership in an organization. This coin today will recognize you as a graduate of KLETC. I ask that you carry it with you as a reminder of the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here at KLETC. On the back of this coin is the oath that each of you affirmed moments ago. Carry it with you and let it be a constant reminder to always do the right thing. Graduates, it has been my honor and distinct pleasure to be your class coordinator and a small part of your journey. I wish you nothing but success and happiness in the future. I will now ask KLETC Assistant Director of Basic Training, Jeff Oslin, to join me on the stage to present the members of the 336th Basic Training class with their certificates. Class President, Officer Kobe Chrisman, will announce the names.
Front row, please stand. Kevin Altamirano, Liberal Police Department. Amanda Dodds, Augusta Department of Public Safety. Carlos Gardea, Hayesville Police Department. Hunter Gibbons, Hayesville Police Department. Royce Ginn, Saline County Sheriff's Office. Austin Hart, Oakley Police Department. Front row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Sam Honus, Hayes Police Department. Tony Hudlin, Iola Police Department. Josiah Kozak, Trego County Sheriff's Office. John Mitchell, Dodge City Police Department. Clint Moore, Cowley County Sheriff's Office. Alfonso Prescott, Osage County Sheriff's Office. Second row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Third row, please stand. David Ramirez, Dodge City Police Department. Garrett Rupp, Fort Hays State University Police Department. Nick Santo, Chapman Police Department. Tyler Skirvin, Lyon County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Thomas, Mays Police Department. Noemi Triana, Liberal Police Department.
And Kobe Crispin of the Mulvane Police Department. Third row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, here in a minute, I will formally certify these graduates. But first off, I would just like to say thank you so much for coming and supporting them and being here to share this moment with them. As they begin this career, this is such an exciting time for them. And to have their family and friends with them is so, so wonderful. So thank you so much. Thank you for supporting them while they've been gone for these long 17 weeks for these graduates. And also thank you for all the friends and family, the co-workers, the leaders back home that have been supportive of them and helped them to get to this point. Will the 336 basic please stand? On behalf of Vice Provost Darren Beck, I hereby certify that all of you are now police officers of the state of Kansas and have successfully completed all of the curriculum that's required for you to be a certified officer in Kansas. And for the words that you've been waiting for now 17 weeks, class dismissed.